Tonight, nowhere to turn. A Northwest Wisconsin ambulance service says they'll no longer serve several areas, leaving residents looking for help.
And guilty as charged. A Duluthian is sentenced to prison for his role in a West Duluth murder last year.
And new details in a fatal officer-involved shooting that shut down a major interstate for hours in Pine County.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. An ambulance company serving rural Wisconsin says they're going to stop responding to some areas in 2021.
Now, 6 townships are left scrambling, trying to find an ambulance service they can afford. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shares one town's cry for help. Marengo, Wisconsin in Ashland County is a small town with a big problem.
It's a small community, mostly senior citizens. I'm just worried about them getting covered for ambulance service.
For the past 5 years, they've worked with Great Divide Ambulance Services. In August, Great Divide decided to stop responding in 2021 due to financial troubles. City Chairperson Steve Walston is concerned for his community.
Come January 1st, we're going to have 6 townships that don't have any type of ambulance service or EMT or even EMR service.
Marengo is having trouble finding an ambulance company they can afford and with enough capacity to take on the township.
There's Mellon to the south of us and there's Ashland to the north of us that both have ambulance service, but from what I understand, they are grossly understaffed.
Walston says his neighbors are concerned whether they'll have service and at what cost.
We're not asking for it to be free. We're just looking for service come the first of the year.
It's a costly problem, and they're hoping to buy more time.
We've asked Great Divide for an extension for at least 6 months to let us work on this, but we haven't gotten anywhere with that yet either. We're in a pickle.
Marengo has until the end of the year to respond to this emergency. We did reach out to Great Divide for comment. They did not respond.
Dispute over the future of the proposed PolyMet copper-nickel mine goes before the Minnesota Supreme Court tomorrow. The DNR and PolyMet are challenging a ruling by the Minnesota Court of Appeals that canceled 3 major permits for the project. The appeals court ruled in January that the state agency should have conducted a trial-like proceeding known as a contested case hearing before it issued PolyMet a permit to mine and 2 dam safety permits. The court sent the case back to the DNR to conduct that proceeding, which could mean a lengthy delay. The hearing begins at 9 a.m. We'll have a recap in tomorrow night's Eye on Mining right here on CBS. Dave's here for our first look at the weather. Dave, just like you said, kind of a cool, dreary, rainy start to the day today, but it gave way to some sunshine and blue skies.
At least for a few hours, thanks to a very brief visit of higher air pressure. That's what we had today following in the wake of that low pressure system that brought an inch worth of rain to some towns. But everything is fleeting in the weather world, sometimes in only a matter of hours. So the high pressure in place now is already sliding away, and that low coming in from the west brings us a 30% chance for some rain showers tomorrow morning. And then another low behind that one comes in for Wednesday, which is a better chance for soaking rain. And this is a preliminary look at how much could come around then for Wednesday. And it looks like another quarter to half inch or so of rain could come across, which is, of course, something that we need. For Tuesday, the rain chance is only 30%. It's in the morning, and it probably won't be much more than sprinkles. It could be nice again tomorrow afternoon, just like today. High temp tomorrow, 55 degrees is pretty nice, but that may be the last day we see 55 for a while. Cooling trends coming this week, and we'll talk about it with the 7-day in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Minnesota state health officials have connected several confirmed cases of COVID-19 to presidential campaign events here in Duluth and across the state.
So far, 3 people have tested positive for the virus who said they attended President Donald Trump's campaign rally in Duluth on September 30th. 2 of those people live in the same house, so experts say it's not considered an outbreak at this point. You'll remember this was Trump's final rally before learning the next day he was diagnosed with COVID.
Meanwhile, today the state reported 4 new cases connected to Trump's Bemidji rally on September 18th. That brings the total number of patients who attended that rally to 12. 4 more said they were at a counter-protest right outside that event. Neither of Trump's rallies included much social distancing or many people wearing masks. thousands attended each one.
And despite holding his speech without a crowd, there's also a confirmed case connected to Democratic candidate Joe Biden's Duluth visit. State health officials didn't say if that person was inside the Union Hall Biden visited or in a crowd gathered outside the event. Another confirmed patient said they were at a Biden campaign event in a Twin Cities suburb on September 22nd.
A new ruling allows absentee ballots in Minnesota to be counted up to 7 days after Election Day. That decision coming from a federal judge late last night. The absentee ballots can be counted up to a week after Election Day as long as they are postmarked by Election Day. Republicans had gone to court to block the extension. The ballot deadline extension comes after a civil rights group cited voter safety concerns due to the coronavirus.
Students and professors at UMD have been back on campus for a little over a month now, and so far they've had 190 students and faculty members test positive for COVID-19. But as CBS 3's John Cardinelli discovered, administration at the university says they have things under control due to a plan they established early on.
It's been far from a normal school year for students at UMD.
But it's just been completely different than what we've been told since beginning of high school, what our college experience would be like.
That's due to current pandemic restrictions. While cases of COVID-19 continue to pop up, it doesn't scare some students.
Personally, it doesn't bother me a lot. I'm not someone that's gonna like quarantine or be like super scared about it. I'm still gonna go out and do stuff. I'm still gonna wear a mask and be respectful to other people.
At this point, the school administration isn't worried either, thanks to the Maroon and Gold Sunrise plan they started at the beginning of the semester.
The plan from the very beginning was a series of 4 steps, and based on the available information and the data, we would make adjustments as needed.
Right now, they're on step 2, which means more on-campus activities are available and students must return to their dorms by 10 p.m. Some students say they think the plan is working.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, right away, like I said, they had a lot of restrictions, limitations, and I think that's good. And now, as we're all here, we're kind of creating our own little bubble environment, and we can start to open up things a little bit.
The university is continuing to monitor the Minnesota Department of Health case numbers for the area, and based on the data, will move into the next phase when it seems appropriate.
We've got plenty of isolation and quarantine rooms available. We still have lots of access for students to receive tests. So all of the right mechanisms are there for us to maintain and even to continue to control the spread, hopefully stop the spread of COVID.
According to university data, 10 isolation rooms and 19 quarantine rooms are in use right now. They have a total of about 300 on campus. When the school feels it is safe, they will move into phase 3, which will allow students to return to their dorm rooms at midnight.
To help students during the pandemic, Minnesota state colleges and universities are waiving their application fees. Schools are coming together for Minnesota State Week, offering special visits and information to future students. Each of the 30 colleges and 7 universities will be giving out a promo code which can be used to waive your application fee when you apply. The event runs until Friday. You can find a link with more information at our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
7 months after its first positive COVID-19 case, Douglas County is now reporting its first death. County health experts say the person was in their 90s and lived at an assisted living home in Superior. As of today, 624 Douglas County residents have tested positive for the virus. Less than 10% of those patients are under 70, but experts say that percentage is growing. They reminded people to keep social distancing and wearing masks.
The Minnesota BCA released new details tonight about Friday's deadly officer-involved shooting. The shooting brought traffic on I-35 to a standstill Friday. According to the BCA, 25-year-old Anthony Legato of Oak Park Heights died of a gunshot wound. Deputy Joshua Pepin with the Pine County Sheriff's Office is the one who pulled the trigger. He's been with the office for 5 years and is on administrative leave. The BCA says Legato drove onto I-35 while fleeing law enforcement. He drove south on the northbound lanes before pulling over and getting out of the car. Deputy Pepin also got out of his squad car. That's when Legato reportedly got back into his car and started to pull out. That's when Pepin fired his weapon. The BCA did not say why Pepin fired his weapon, how many shots he fired, or why he fired at a moving car on a busy highway.
Minnesota transportation leaders are asking drivers to be more careful as the number of deaths on the roads this year continues to grow. According to the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, 308 people have died on the road already this year. 277 people had died at this same time last year. They say speeding, impaired driving, not wearing seatbelts, and distracted driving are the key causes of deadly crashes.
It only took a jury 2 hours to find a Duluth man guilty in connection to a West Duluth murder. Christopher Boder is charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder in connection to Tim Nelson's death. The 33-year-old's body was found in a vehicle about a year ago in the Cody neighborhood. Nelson was shot in the stomach. Court documents say the victim drove a woman to buy drugs from Boder. Eventually, the victim tried to rob Boder. The two got into a fight, and later, Boder and another man, James Peterson, came back and shot Nelson. We still don't know who pulled the trigger. According to the Duluth News Tribune, attorneys for the state argued that whether or not he fired the weapon, Boder was still a driving force in the fatal shooting. Boder's attorney claimed he went back to rob the victim again, not kill him. A sentencing date has not been set yet.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a local first grader got a special delivery from the Duluth Fire Department. Find out why coming up next.
Record low for the state is 18 from 1936. I don't think we'll get that cool this week, but temperatures are on a downward spiral here. We could get into the 20s for lows in a couple of days, and we'll tell you when, coming up right after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Because of this, we built Ford Super Duty to be the most capable heavy-duty pickup ever. Because of this, we built Ford F-150 with 375 horsepower. Because of this, we built Ford Ranger with the terrain management system. And because Ford trucks are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now lease an F-150 for just $299 a month. That's just $299 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Today, we help people. We help them reach higher. See things more clearly. Smile confidently. Bend the status quo. Even help them get a grip. Outpatient surgery excellence. Lake Walk Surgery Center.
Hey, you guys remember when we went on this trip?
Yeah. Remember, Daddy, when you helped that nice lady across the street?
Remember when you blew up those balloon animals for that little kid's birthday party?
That's how it's done.
Remember when you helped fix the neighbor's satellite dish?
Move to the right.
You think you can help people fight back against insurance companies?
Yes, I can.
Clean water. Some of us take it for granted. Not me. I'm Beth Myers. I have the honor of representing you in the State Assembly. It wasn't that long ago that my family was struggling. We went 7 years without running water. The health of our families and our economy depends on clean water. That's why I'm fighting so hard against special interests who want to pollute our land and water. I'm Beth Myers, and I promise I will never take you or the Northland for granted.
Minnesota's our home.
Here we vote.
Todos los años, Minnesota lidera las conferencias de votantes en el país.
And in 2020,
we're going to lead the country in voter safety.
To do it, we are going to vote.
From here?
Here.
From Hucken.
Because we all care about Minnesota.
So go here now.
And vote here today.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Temperatures today beat normal for a lot of our towns. The normal's 53, and let's take a look at where we topped out here this afternoon just before sunset. 55 for Orr, 58 Hibbing, 60 in Hermantown, 63 in Superior. So cooler by the lake has not been taking over that town for a while. 57 Watersmeet, that's still better than average. And Ashland, 62 degrees, lower 60s down towards Hayward. We're probably not going to see temperatures like this much after tomorrow. There's a chance tomorrow will be similar to today, but after that, temperatures go down and they go down cool enough for a chance for some snow showers mixed with rain showers for the weekend. And in between, some straight up rain showers, maybe even another good soaker here for folks who've been hoping and hoping for rain to come down. It just might this week. All right, current conditions at the airport. 47 degrees is the temp, 54% is our relative humidity. Westerly, southwesterly winds now only going 6 miles per hour, so the big gusties of earlier this evening have faded away for the time being. Barometric pressure, that's 29.78, 1,008 millibars, and just a touch on the lower side. And that's because we have yet another low pressure system coming our way. We're going to have a conga line, as George Kessler used to say, of low pressure systems here this week. But first we'll focus on temperatures. Down to 38 in Watersmeet, still 42 for Ironwood though, 40 Ashland and Superior, lower 40s for Hayward, Solon Springs into the 30s. Low 40s for Moose Lake. 39 though, Silver Bay, still in the 40s for at least a portion of inland Minnesota, though International Falls and Hibbing have dipped into the 30s, and there's the gist of the overnight lows. Some places will get into the 30s, others will hold on to the 40s. So it's near normal for temperatures right now for the lows, but again, by the weekend could be colder than normal. Doppler map right now, higher pressure took over earlier today after that low pressure system this morning brought that soaking rain to a good stretch of country here with a ½ to an inch worth of rain reported in most of our reporting stations. Well, that high pressure is already slipping away, and the next low of the conga line is coming, and we can see that pushing some clouds into the region here. And to technically tell you what the conga line is, it's not that, of course. It's a zonal flow in the polar jet stream, which is running straight from this zone here into our zone. And that means a superhighway for low pressure systems. So here's the one for Tuesday, brings morning showers. Then it could be sunnier in the afternoon tomorrow, just like it was today. But then the next low pressure system comes aboard for Wednesday, and this one has a better source of moisture with it, and it means an 80% chance of rain and a good chance for another quarter to a ½ inch worth of precipitation. So we'll use it, we'll put it in the bank, and we can put it to use come next spring. Now, we eye up the temperature trends tonight in Minnesota. They will run from the 30s inland to maybe the mid-40s by the lake. And for most of Wisconsin and Michigan, we should be in the lower 40s, though Watersmeet has already proved that the 30s are not impossible. Increasing clouds for everybody, which sets us up for that 30% morning rain chance in Wisconsin, Michigan tomorrow. High temps in the afternoon, 55 to 58. So another day similar to today. Minnesota temps, 53 to 57 inland, 55 to 57 by the lake. And once we get through the shower chance on Tuesday, it becomes that rain chance on Wednesday. But temperatures go down from 55 to 50 back into the 40s. And then there's the weekend with the lows in the mid-20s. And so Tony and Kristen, those are the days. Sounds like a song too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those are the days, my friend, that will bring snow showers mixed in with rain showers. But for early season snow fans, this stage of the game doesn't indicate anything sticking.
I can't believe we're already talking about this. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, after a warmer than normal summer, now we're already talking flurries.
Went too fast. Thanks, Dave. On October 6th, World War II vet and former vice president of KDAL Incorporated, Cal Hayworth, passed away from complications from COVID-19. KDAL was a precursor to what we now know today as CBS3. In his later years, he was a spokesperson for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. A memorial service will be held at a later date.
The Duluth Fire Department answered a very special call today. Roman, a first grader at Bayview Elementary, was recently diagnosed with leukemia. Duluth Fire Captain Pete Johnson's wife is Roman's teacher. Today, they drove a fire truck to his house, lights and all, to deliver Roman a very special dinner. The family says every little bit helps.
It's amazing what a simple meal, the stress that takes off a family to know you don't have to cook for the evening. So we just want to say thank you to everyone that's helped us.
The family set up a GoFundMe to help with medical expenses. You can find a link on our website.
The Duluth Indigenous Commission hosted a virtual celebration today recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day. The commission read a proclamation from Mayor Emily Larson's office. It says Columbus Day does not accurately depict the suffering Native people endured due to colonization. It says the land Duluth sits on used to be home to an Anishinaabe village. It also recognizes the sacrifices and contributions Native people have made to the city. Commission members say it's important to remember Native American history.
Western colonialism may speak of an American history. Native people speak of an American Holocaust. A concerted, intentional, methodical effort has been made by the West to erase the memory of Native America.
Commission members say they hope to one day make the proclamation recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day into an ordinance to officially replace Columbus Day in the city of Duluth.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a high-stakes hearing on Capitol Hill today to fill the empty seat on the Supreme Court. We have the details next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
You are not alone. Our whole community is pulling together, from your healthcare team to your first responders to your police force, to keep our community healthy and safe. If you can, please stay home during this time. This will slow the spread of the virus and can help save lives. By staying apart, we keep our community together. For the latest on COVID-19, please visit the CDC and Minnesota Department of Health websites. We're ready.
We're united.
We're here.
Right now, millions of people and billions of devices are connected to the internet. Homes, businesses, hospitals, schools. The security and reliability of these connections are more important than ever. That's why at MediaCom, we've built a network to protect them. A network that sees threats, fixes problems before they occur, and keeps you going with 99.99% network reliability.
Joe Biden will make health care affordable. His plan gives a tax credit to help working families pay insurance premiums, lowers prescription costs by 60%, and protects coverage for pre-existing conditions, no matter what. He'll pay for it by getting rid of Donald Trump's tax cuts for the super rich, because Joe knows our economy's strength doesn't come from the top. It comes from working families, and that's who he's fighting for every day.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Dante was killed in Pearl Harbor.
We had a very hard time getting Dante flown home to Duluth, running into roadblock after roadblock after roadblock.
Pete Stauber was very much there for us every bit of the way.
And he would look at us and he'd say, we're going to make that happen for you.
Thursday night, the family of Dante Teeny got him back.
Pete came through for our family with flying colors.
He sees the needs of the people and he fights for them.
I'm Pete Stauber, and I approve this message.
It's time for the annual Subaru Love a Pet adoption event. Join us virtually this year. For the month of October, there will be discounted adoption fees for dogs and cats, along with featured pets of the day. Visit animalallies.net for featured pets and event details. Miller Hill Subaru and participating shelters are excited to find loving homes for pets and bring you this event virtually. Visit animalallies.net for adoptable pets and details.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Boat inventory on select London 19 and 20 models available.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on Live Local CBS 3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial. The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
The high-stakes confirmation hearing for Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett is underway on Capitol Hill.
If confirmed, the High Court would have a 6-3 conservative majority. With 2 committee members recently diagnosed with COVID-19 and voting already underway, Democratic lawmakers argued the process should wait until after the election. Throughout the hearing, Democrats stayed focused on the Affordable Care Act, sharing personal stories from their home states. A case to repeal the ACA goes before the Supreme Court 1 week after the election. If confirmed, the mother of 7 would be the first mother of school-age children to sit on the High Court.
Coming up in sports, results and reaction from today's 7A cross-country meet. Kelly's in next.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Let's start walking. Come on.
Right now, you can get $1,750 customer cash on a spacious new 2020 Toyota Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Visit Toyota.com to learn more. Toyota, Let's go places.
Here at locally owned Adolphson Real Estate, we are ready to help you find the home of your dreams with no extra fees. Take a look at this beautiful 4-bedroom home on Hart Lake. Please call our Cloquet office for more details. Call us today to schedule a tour at Adolphson Real Estate.
A woman who was young had COVID-19. I remember her because she had a bracelet that had the names of her children. She asked me, "Doctor, am I going to be okay?" And I could not give her the answer that I wanted to give her. There's no excuse for why we don't have this under control at this point. Joe Biden listens to medical experts. He actually has a plan that does the things that we should have been doing many months ago. And Joe Biden is not going to let his ego get in the way of fighting the disease.
FFPAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Super One is excited to announce the grand opening of the new and improved West Duluth and Grand Rapids Super One liquor locations. Super One Liquor has you covered for all of your party and gathering needs. We have a commitment to deliver outstanding service, variety, and top quality wine and spirits. And don't forget the best variety of ice-cold beer and beverages. Super One Liquor. Come for the service, leave with the savings.
Make Mom and Grandma's jewelry new again at Numi Jewelers. Come to our remount event October 15th and 16th by appointment only. Bring an old ring, pendant, or earring and design a new piece you will love. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
Here at Angie's Closet, we are a consignment boutique that carries a variety of women's clothing and accessories in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team style you from head to toe in an outfit that is just your style. We feature name brands like Calvin Klein, Banana Republic, Chico's, and more. We are honored to have been voted the best consignment store in the Northland for 2020. Stop in today at Angie's Closet or find us online. We're located on Tower Avenue in Superior, Wisconsin.
Because of this, we built Ford Super Duty to be the most capable heavy-duty pickup ever. Because of this, we built Ford F-150 with 375 horsepower. Because of this, we built Ford Ranger with the terrain management system. And because Ford trucks are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now lease an F-150 for just $299 a month. That's just $299 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
The schedule for high school sports this year has definitely been weird. Some sports are just starting while some are now on the tail end of their seasons. But of course, that's how it has to be and the show must go on. So today was the girls Section 7A cross country meet. And without a state tournament on the horizon, it's the biggest culminating event for runners this year. Things were set up a little different. Runners were sent out in waves of 25 or less. So 4 teams per hour all day at the Cloquet Country Club. No surprise that Duluth Marshall's Keegan McAuliffe was out in front of her wave. She didn't lose a race all season. Says that while it's been tough to race without many people around her, it's helped her develop new strategies to run her own race.
You kind of have to mentally put everyone together into the same race and pretend that everybody's there. But it was so fun to race today, so I was just grateful we got sections, honestly, and made it through the first 6 meets of regular season and that sections happened. So it was so cool to see kind of the solution people came up with and doing the triangular meets all season, and just I think it's super cool that we got all 6 meets in.
And first place winner was Callie Cheney, a freshman who also won last year's section meet as an 8th grader. Cheney was 53 seconds ahead of the field. As far as team results, the Patriots of Pequot Lakes finished the first for the second straight year. Proctor was second, led by Lizzie Harnell, followed by Virginia, North Shore, and Southridge. For the last few months, the National Collegiate Hockey Conference, otherwise known to college hockey fans as the NCHC, has been looking at a number of different models and possibilities on how they can have college hockey as early as November 20th. Although nothing has been confirmed by the conference, the Grand Forks Herald reported this morning that Grand Forks and Omaha have emerged as front runners to host teams as a hub city. So NCHC bubble may actually happen. According to the report both the University of North Dakota in Grand Forks and Omaha have been in communication with the conference about what it can offer if their site is used, including coronavirus testing capacity and turnaround time, arena availability, hotel options, and more. We reached out to the conference for confirmation of the news. They said that nothing is for sure decided as of yet. They're still discussing and will make an announcement hopefully in the next couple of weeks. The Big Ten announced the dates and times for their football openers today. The Wisconsin Badgers open up a week from Friday against Illinois, while the Gophers will play Michigan at the Big House on Saturday, October 24th. In prime time. So close yet so far. That pretty much sums up the Vikings against the Seahawks last night. 1 point is all that separated the Seahawks and the Vikings, and one questionable call to go for it on 4th down instead of settling for a field goal in the final minutes of the 4th quarter. Seahawks ended things with a Russell Wilson earning his 33rd career game-winning drive, taking the Hawks 94 yards in less than 2 minutes and then connecting with DK Metcalf for the game-winning touchdown to win it. Now, one of the biggest questions was why didn't the Vikings choose to settle for a field goal with 2 minutes left rather than going on it for 4th in inches? When asked, Zimmer assured that he came to win, and that's the way he was going to do it.
Not really close. I knew if we got it was about a half a yard. If we got the half a yard, we win the game. So I was trying to win it. I told him in the headset, we didn't come here for this. Let's go win it.
And that's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Need a flu shot? Find flu booth dates and locations at essentiahealth.org.
Prime Appliance had hundreds of appliances on back order due to factory shutdowns. Then in 1 week, 3 truckloads showed up unexpectedly. So we decided truckload sale with overstock prices like this. GE top-load laundry pairs starting at $12.99. Or Samsung's stackable front-load washers and dryers starting at just $13.99. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
Clean water. Some of us take it for granted. Not me. I'm Beth Myers. I have the honor of representing you in the State Assembly. It wasn't that long ago that my family was struggling. We went 7 years without running water. The health of our families and our economy depends on clean water. That's why I'm fighting so hard against special interests who want to pollute our land and water. I'm Beth Myers, and I promise I will never take you or the Northland for granted.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
This pandemic is like an earthquake that's shaken our lives and highlighted our challenges, like helping people and businesses recover while building a stronger and more just America. And that's why I'll work with anyone in either party to get things done in the Senate. One example, I've taken on the drug companies to make lower-cost drugs like insulin available. I'm Tina Smith, and I approve this message because I will move hell or high water to do what it takes to help my fellow Minnesotans.
Season 2 is here, y'all. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more, Kelly, can it
The
get?
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
October, to no surprise, is the perfect time to carve pumpkins.
Yeah, and for some in Stillwater, just south of the Twin Cities, it's all about growing pumpkins. And here's one big winner. It's just shy of a full ton, weighing in at 1,990 pounds. Charlie Bergstrom of Lancaster, Minnesota, just south of the Canadian border, grew this state record breaker. He tells us he used I don't know how this is possible. 100 gallons of water a day, fertilized it daily, and he says the last few weeks it was growing 40 pounds per day. That sounds a little bit like me during recent weeks.
The stay at home was there.
Yeah, not my best friend.
Oh, well, Dave, is it going to be a good day to get outside tomorrow? Or?
If Tony can get through the door, yes, it will be. Let's take a look. First, we start the day with a couple of showers, but then we get back towards a partly cloudy sky in the afternoon, very much like today. So cloudier start, sunnier finish, temperatures in the mid-50s, not bad. But then there's a chance for a soaker coming our way for Wednesday, maybe another half inch of rain.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a great night.